So what's funny or fun about the decoding system that brings up intellectual property if you want to play the video game and access all of your bills paid because you trusted, you made that breakthrough, you didn't hang on to the past, which is the paper money. See, because right now, babes, you don't have paper money. You have a fucking phone in your pocket, though, that is asking, it's waiting for you to crack it. If you don't crack your iPhone, then the split didn't happen. See, the split is happening. And this is the thing, is that what I am being called to do is to try to keep my vibrational frequency steady, in focus enough to write an article in such a way that it sticks out, and to just start posting it onto content creators' comments. People that claim to be enlightened, like, Teal, all these people that say they're chosen, like Ralph Smart, and who else? There's a lot of, there's everybody. I'm here to tell you that my experience, the reason why I know about all of this, my experience was that I was introduced to everybody. Now, interdimensionally, everybody is in another dimension. I'm pretty sure. See, like even David Icke, even though he's still alive here, I met him in another dimension. I met Dr. Seuss, my mother, everybody. It was like a mile long till it vanished. Thousands of benevolent beings, babes. These are just characters, right? But they are points of awareness. They are in essence. If you want to imagine what I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. But I hadn't experienced, and so I let you in on some of it here. This was, if I remember right, this was before the C19 announcement that I started getting Kundalini rise, and it was very intense for me for whatever reason. You have to do yoga. Otherwise, your body is going to turn to hell, because the Kundalini rise, now I'm talking to Geminis right now. Any air sign, you got to start doing the fasting. You fast, and then you do yoga in the morning for 40 days. And if you want anything to change in your life, boy, it certainly is. We're going to talk about Uranus going into Gemini, and Uranus is the planet of change, and it's Gemini's turn. But really, it's all of the air signs. We're all going to go on this super quick, wafting, exacerbating, whatever I meant there, exhilarating event of the quickening into, I almost would say the mind, but really what it is you have to get through it. See, when you see that it's nature, then it kind of dissolves, because it's not real. That's one thing you're going to notice about the nature of the mind, so and that could be a little bit of a sketchy ground for not only Gemini, but we're looking at Virgo. In fact, the Virgonians will be experiencing a little stress with the aspect of Uranus squaring them. But the way that it works is that Virgo is having a little bit of impatience towards Gemini. Yeah, because Gemini is, the way that evolutionary astrology works is that you have squares, and then the Gemini can always learn something if they think they need to learn something. See, it's a problem with all of the signs. Just it's the nature of the non-human occupation, which isn't evolved yet. They don't think they need to learn anything. And if you're a mind there that has the ability to educate themselves, and then they just think, all done. And especially if they've made all the money, right? And that's the thing we need to talk about more. We need to bring into perception, look at it. Was it really worth it? See, people are taking this on individually too much. I didn't just say that we are not to become individuals. I'm an Aquarius moon who's going to add and contribute to our perception that says, no, we create a balance. We're definitely going to do balancing act. We do it through communications. See, I'm being attacked right and left. I've always experienced the jealous, right? It's just, it happens when what? You have blonde hair and you're 11 foot tall and 135 pounds? Well, excuse me. I'm not here competing with anybody but myself, and I hope that you can realize that I would gladly drink a cup of tea with you and say, this is great. Can we do this together without so much prejudice? I mean, I don't like being picked on because the way I look. How about you? I'm sure you don't either. Or treated any other way other than, see. What about us deep people? What do we do with us? I'm loading up 3 videos that I've made in this particular shirt, and apparently there's an aspect coming that is exactly opposing my Mars, and now I'm remembering what happened last night. This is still coming off of the new moon, which was okay. So this is, yeah, it's still coming off a new moon, but really we're in Moon and Taurus right now, and we're going to have an interesting Taurus season. See, we're coming into the Taurus season. The sun is moving into Taurus. The experience, now I was trying to tell you about experience that I had, but this was a fucking experience that I had last night that I'm remembering it right now in front of your face. I was shown something, see, because I've kind of mentioned this before in some videos, maybe 1,500 videos ago. I mentioned about the study that I'm doing, that it's about our sleep. It's already here, but I happen to be doing, I'm experiencing it. I don't get on here and like look and type as much as I know that I should, right? I'll get hung up on like, right now I'm studying patterns that come up through divination, which is like, it's kind of like looking into astrology. But no, I'm looking into something anyway. I don't want to tell you exactly what it is, but I do really look into something like excessively, and I'm learning something of not of the obvious though. That's how it could be possible for me. See, I've been on social media for a long time, but I found something. It found me. It found me. Oh, I didn't waste my time on it. No, I'm not continuing to waste my time. No way. No way. It wasn't all for nothing. A lot of people say, "Ooh, I got a destroyed wrist because I kept arguing on the internet for 12 years," or something like that. I say, no, almost here. My eyesight is kind of getting bad, but all of us are getting deteriorated because that's like systematic. Christ Jesus over here was trying to tell us, and you don't need to get any of that. You don't even have to be under the notion or fear that you die. Imagine that world, kids. God. Not too long ago, I mean, look at the way that the organism itself, physical, is being used, abused. How about that? I mean, maybe, I mean, where is soul? Where is soul? My theory, thanks for hanging on to these words and everything. No, this is very real. It's come up. I'm getting downloads. No, what's happened is, see, since the Tartarian time, which it wasn't too long ago, see, we have no idea what happened. But it's interesting to see these pictures and really say, no, we have records of something, but see, a lot is missing. It's like, but a lot of the hows and whys and what is missing. It's like, whoa. See, but what can be studied that you and I can see is that, no, a certain patterning, a certain thing has shown up, and that's what's being exposed. And it's available for you here, right? So for whatever reason, I was shown the Tartarian thing. It was like, oh, here's why. Is because my subject matter kept kind of creeping up on it. It's saying, the social engineering part and something about this. But anyway, and it gave me an important key to my perception to lead us into this. I don't know if you guys aren't following any of this, right? I don't know what to do for you guys, but no, this is really what's I can see is that the church was involved in this too. They were robbing, basically cloning. See, the original AI and our clone robot is, I hate to say it, but it's the man. Hi, you men out there. I know you probably like me, right? Because of the way I look. Stop picking on people like me, by the way. You were born with not from your own intelligence. You were not born into your world. You have to go find it, and so you're kind of born handicapped. You might have had such insecurity all your life about this. It was not cured because why? Well, there is a cure, but the church took it away from you. There is a systematic fucking robbing of the potential here. And I'm going to keep refining and tell you, and that's a difficult subject matter to pull up because when you, as anybody knows, men are apt to be violent. Oh, and oh, I'm not going to get paid anything if they're owning the banks. Me, because I do not subscribe to how that. Okay, so it's like okay, so you want children to run things. There was a very, 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 very educational description on just how children are psychologically, really. I think Sam Vaknin does it or somebody, but it seems brutal and insensitive. But if you remove yourself and just scientifically look at the brain and how it's operating and really how it is, no, they kind of describe it like this. Okay, so a baby when it's born, it the way it is, it's like a cripple, right? It can't. It's just like and it's like, oh boy, that's just you're like, oh God, and then it kind of no, it moves into like a drunkard, right? Now it's drunk. Now these words, it's a cripple, and then now it's a drunk. Then it moves into what? It's advancing. Though it's advancing, it's getting a little better. Now what is it? It's kind of imbecile. They call it imbecile, right? Or maybe retarded. No, that's more when you get into teenage. That's when they're technically retarded. Oh, they just grandiose. But there's a time in between. What is that? See, there's imbecile. There's starting out paralyzed, pretty much like talk about fucking retarded. And then see, that's just a state of physicality. Their minds, they're not at all coherent, right? That's the truth. See, but now on top of that, babes, okay. Um, just that's the technicality that I'm using about men. That's how it is, though. I'm not saying that they're. See, what I'm saying is that you're not born. You have to. This is a fact. Don't kill the messenger. Too late. Hi, Jesus, was that you? Yeah, and I didn't really have a beard. They just like putting beards on people. Really? Since when? Since there was literature and you can bend everything around constantly, but thank God for the judicial courts and everything. Is that me talking or you? No, that's a ventriloquist. Keep going. You're doing amazingly, by the way. Am I ever going to make a fucking point here? There, you know what? There is. It's going to be fucking getting very clear. And I'm going to still say fucking every once in a while, especially with the Mars transit. Okay, so I was trying to tell you about what I recently saw. And am I going to share this with you? The only thing that I could say is that it is so beautiful. It is so fucking remarkable. I'm like, oh God, thank you so much. I wonder if I'll be able to do this for the rest of my life here. I think it's the gift that we get when we get older. And it totally contradicts some of my teaching of what I'm saying about the mind. But what I'm being shown isn't really the mind. It's the nature of our existential reality here. And it has to do with, like, okay, so you're living a life that has recording. It's recording. It's recording. Like, okay, so when you go to sleep and you dream, The reason why that your mind can be so perfect in recalling detail is because it's just perfect in remembering. It's recorded it. It has. And we don't exclude that there is memory of something that isn't so obvious already yet, right? Okay, so what I experienced last night that I'm taking the time to share with you guys, and I don't get paid, but see, this is just when you are, I mean, it's not about getting paid, babes. It's about getting it out there. I wish I could monetize myself properly here. I'm trying to do it in a very just kind of like, all right, so you heard it. You got a little tiny bit out of it. Send me $2.50. You wouldn't believe what 437 230 pennies. You know what I'm saying? 237 times $3 would do for me. Oh, you would not know. It would help us all, but see, that's not really what I'm aiming for. That's something I know is like, ugh. I would rather have it be 1,600 people and then ask you for 50 cents, right? But then it's like, are you going to take the time to do it? See, it takes time and energy, and I wish that it would work for you. I wish that you can get on here and say, hey, man, I really need 2,000 people to send me $1, please. Thank you. But you know what? I was talking about generational value in my last video, wearing the same shirt. This is April 19th, by the way. And so I'm putting this up ahead, probably on the 23rd or something. But I was talking about generational value. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling on right now, but let me get back to there's a certain train of thought that, man, I feel it's so important that we know this and start playing the game. And just because that, see, I say we have 4 years, but really there's something drastic that could send us into, oh God, it's such a horrible place that we can think of. See, a lot of us who are getting our downloads and whoever has been making progress, if there was a place, say like they made a sanctuary literally and they're living off grid. Well, what has like the Trump administration, what has done a job over there in Israel? Israel itself really is prepared for that. They're somewhere else. Find out where Israel lives now. If it didn't go global and using this technological base, babes, it's just they're everywhere. And see, I didn't just say that, well, we're fucked, we can't do that. No, you can do that. It's open for you to do it too. It's just a little bit more like on their side when you start talking. Of course, now who here has not been to jail yet over FB, right? You get sent to jail on FB because you said something that was right. After a while, you begin to say, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. Every single thing that I've said on Facebook was correct to the T, except for this one thing that they said, well, according to fact check, it's like, that doesn't make sense. In fact, that was a fact. And they noticed it and they're saying, oh, stop. See. And as an individual, you should know how harmful it is. Individually, how harmful censorship really is. And that's just a facet of being human where we can write about it and we don't censor that. We say, hey, if you deny yourself the right information all the time, I mean, if you just keep blindly reaching for what they feed you, and the analogy of apples, and you don't even really get to see where the apples come from, if there was a bad apple or a good apple, did you even know that that's happening? You're just going to eat them bad apples all the time. You're not going to know the difference. You're going to be a bad apple yourself and be all grandiose about it, I guess, and then talk about people that aren't able to learn. I hope I made a whole fucking video roundabout here. I'm in a lot of pain because I'm having to do the right thing in a situationship, not a relationship. I did everything correctly there. I did all the work as far as how that you try to help people. But see, people that get up there in age, and I'm getting up there in age too, right? Yeah, I'm getting up there in age. I'm beginning to think, oh God, are you ridiculous? But I think that now getting back to generational value, I think that that's normal. That we start to wake up and say, no, actually, it's not about all of that that I used to strive for when I was a kid. And in fact, that was ridiculous because it never worked out or something like that. And now you have to make something work out. Otherwise, shit is going to really, like in the case of me being a single woman that owns a home. I'm pointing back here because it's not in here. I'm in a separate studio. Over there is a house that has 4 bedrooms, upstairs, downstairs. Upstairs is a half bathroom, sink, and a toilet. There is an availability to just slap in a shower. I don't think narcissists want anything for anybody, let alone themselves. And so if that's, see, they like to destroy your chances of having any kind of good relationship. Yeah, they are dysfunctional there, and they want to pin that all on you. Especially if they get to see, I remember, sorry, just rambling, but I remember when, I guess it's when the internet was first coming out and then there's Facebook. It's weird that, yeah, of course, Facebook would start to mangle this up and then every narcissist in the world would start to accuse everybody of being a narcissist. Do you remember that? And it's like, well, what the hell is going on here? All I know is that everything has stopped and we have to fuck with Facebook now, okay? And I was like, I saw red flags a long time ago. And that's where I'm saying, stop. And that's where I'm saying, go to what I found the real reason. And that's what I keep fucking trying to tell you here with my fucking and talking about my relationship. It's all connected, by the way, especially that bad relationship part. Do you know that I pick up that it's possible that it's like it's tribal? That, okay, they call it patriarchy, but I think it's completely unconscious. After a while, okay, they're never going to admit that this is the way they're operating, which is very harmful. It's dangerous, right? Okay, so okay, talk about the money again. How stupid everything is. Right now, if you're listening to this, it's getting near 420. Happy 420. I have plenty of provisions if you need something for that time. I've given up on advertising for anything. I need to figure out, okay, so I need to advertise for this home that I have. And I think something very unique could happen to me, for me, a unique situation. It has to happen that way. I mean, that's just the way I am. And it kind of sets an example. Other people will think, well, how did you do it? First of all, they get jealous. And it's like, well, because I knew that I could. I'm a creative person, and it works for the other people too. I mean, it's like it really works out better, and that's why it sets an example. And I think I started this video out saying that, and go ahead and steal these examples, please. Try to steal it. Try to copy it, because it's only just better for humanity. Especially the part where I'm showing you the English interface. I know you're sick and tired of hearing that, right? No, it's just drawings. You have an I there, which represents you. The Y is a V on top of the I. It's a tool. You're looking at a very sophisticated tool right there. The YOU is a tool. Oh boy, did you know the Y is a vowel? Get it into your perception. I'm just chomping at the bit. Come on, Uranus. Get into Gemini so that communications can matter once again. When Uranus, the planet of the higher mind of God, the planet of higher communications skills, is in the sign of Taurus, it was interesting for a while. I got into the dirt. I'm a great worker. I can just get into the detail of things, of the planet, of the fucking plant, of the animal. Meditation, yes, all the way. Subdued down. I'm just... Oh, no, let's not communicate about anything. That wasn't necessary. No, I didn't. No. Let's stay in the dark. Enough is enough. We're going to see, like, revolt happening from voices that say, why don't you let me speak? Kids. See, especially with this Aries movement, the new moon there, and then the Saturn is there, actually tempering down and taming down the ability to do a Hell no, we won't go, or fuck, ba ba ba. Just chant it out. Chant down Babylon. 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 So all you gotta do is just repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. And that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna keep telling you about the pictures that are in the, it's not letters, they are symbols in the English alphabet, which actually means alpha ET. Just put the B down. That's the real word there. Oh, if you're talking about betting, fuck, please put all your money on it. All your money? $333 trillion. Sing it, $333 trillion. Yep. Fucking you people are addicted to all of this mad shit in your head. And somebody fucking put me in it. And I can see how you can just get destroyed after 21 days. It's just that. And it's like, you know what? Slowly, slowly, slowly. No. The cosmos is trying to help us. Here comes Uranus, Gemini. Here comes Uranus and Gemini. Here comes Uranus in the Gemini. Here comes $333 trillion inside of your wallet. It's not in an hour. It's just boom, bam. Get it with power. See, we're looking at, okay, you guys that think that, oh no, it's okay, we've made it. Peace on earth, happiness. Nope. Shit is about to hit the fan. The people that are protected are the ones that are raising their vibrational frequency through the way of getting it. And can you see me? No. Well, that's because I am hidden, you know. I stay here, and now my fucking stomach is growling. I need to eat. And I do have some food. Yep. I'm lucky, but every time I eat, especially the meal that I know that I can prepare myself with right now, I am so grateful. And every time I do, I think, now God, please stay in me in the name of Christ. Keep me aligned to your will. Your hand in me saying, $333 trillion. Yep, $333 trillion. Just remain happy. And don't you holler, right? $333 trillion. Just chant down a Babylon. We're going to get it, not mow a lawn. We grow corn. We start at the bottom and come to the top. It's no empty crop. Capitalize anywhere, anytime now, babes, in order to make sense to your simple self. There are men and women here, admit it. You gotta like and subscribe for that one.